What is up, guys? Trizzle Trey with TrizzTech&Electronics. In today's video, I'm giving you guys my full review of the Cruzerlite Bugdroid Circuit for the HTC One. So you guys have become pretty familiar with this case here on the TrizzTech&Electronics channel. That's because Cruzerlite has been nice enough to send this case out for pretty much every device I've ever had in for review, the HTC One being the newest one of those. So it's pretty awesome. Definitely give this video a thumbs up and hit up Cruzerlite on Twitter and give them a little shout out for supplying the TrizzTech&Electronics team with some pretty awesome cases. So to start off, I'm going to unbox this thing here. We're just going around the outside of the packaging. We're not going to touch on it too much because you guys have seen it so many times here on the TTandE channel. So we're going to slide it out. This is a little bit different. Actually, there's a plastic insert this is sitting in, which is different than any other Bugdroid Circuit case we've reviewed on the channel. We're going to go around the outside of the case as we always do, checking out ports and holes and stuff just to make sure how they look on this case versus they do on the other Bugdroid circuits I've reviewed. So on the right hand side you have the volume rocker. On the bottom you have the cutout for your primary microphone and your micro USB charging port. And then if we move over to the left hand side of the device, there is nothing because there is no ports on that side of the device. On the top you have your cutout for your sleep, wake, and power button and your 3.5mm headphone jack. On the back you have the cutout for your secondary microphone and your 4 ultra pixel camera and LED flash. Definitely looks pretty good, and as you can see there, it's just little Andy the Android kicking on his circuit board, as we've seen so many times with this Bugdroid circuit case over the course of the last few months. So we're going to go ahead and slide the HTC One into this case. We're going to go volume rocker side first, as we always do in case reviews here on the TrizzTech&Electronics channel. This thing is definitely a tight fit. It's definitely a little bit of a challenge getting into this, but once it is, it does look pretty good. There are a few things that I'm not so happy about, but it does look very good and is very protective in this TPU style case that we've grown so accustomed to. As you can see, they were panning in from the left to the right to check it out from the front. It does look very good. That smoke color that you guys can see here, it does look really good on the HTC One. Looking up at the front, you see the 2-megapixel camera, the speaker grill, and the light sensors. As you can take a close look, it does have a very good amount of lay on the table design. This actually has a little bit more lay on the table than almost any Bugdroid circuit case that I have reviewed for different devices. So Cruzerlite definitely did a very good job at giving it some added protection for laying it face down. On the bottom of the device, you see the cutout for your micro USB charging port and primary microphone are dead on. On the left-hand side, you can see there is no ports because there is nothing on there except for the micro SIM tray, but there is no port for that. On the top, you have your sleep-wake power button, which is also an IR blaster, and then you have your cutout for your 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, this cutout is absolutely really not great at all for how flush the sleep-wake power button is to the top of the device, but you still do reach. As you can see, it is reactive. The same sort of problem with the volume rocker on the right-hand side. It is cut in very deep, but it's not quite as big of a problem because it does taper back around the back edge of the case, or of the device, so it does look alright, and it is pretty reactive as you see there. Now we're going to pan in from the left to the right to take a look at the back of the case on the device itself, and as you can see, Andy the Android kicking on his circuit board. You can see the HTC logo through there and some Beats Audio stuff. Take a closer look here at the 4 ultra pixel camera and LED flash are perfect. Up in the top corner, you can also see the secondary microphone is cut out awesome. You can see your HTC logo through it, as I talked about before, and Andy the Android, as well as the Beats Audio there too. You can see it through the translucent TPU material. So that pretty much does it for this review. We're just going around the outside of it. It is a great case. I've never had too many bad things to say about the Bugdroid circuit. It is one of my favorite Cruzerlite cases. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Whole bunch more content to come, so enjoy. Peace.